Arizona Cardinals, taking on Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, if you're going to play football in Arizona, a dome and air conditioning, those are two good things to have, and we've got both here at State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Seattle's first go on offense forthcoming, and under center, of course, Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. The beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now it's Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
The 28-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Wilson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen, 47 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will be a touchback, no return from Isabella. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the number 1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has him on a really good upward trajectory.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a draw play with Drake, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
The ball carrier.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Yeah, this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Andy Isabella. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Return. The Cardinals take over first and 10. At their own 20.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe that was... Drake loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Cardinals, nothing.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
On the return, Isabella. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cardinals take over first and 10. At their own.
Out comes Kenyon Drake and the Arizona offense to take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
He's brought down.
So a tough road here on 2nd and very long. From the gun, Murray. And he hits Drake. It's a gain of 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. Being chased out left. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
Returnable for Lockett. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Jordan Phillips. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Set up to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. It's complete to Drake. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. Throwing is Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6.
Second and 4.
At the 41-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
On third and 1, Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
3 yards.
And not what you're looking to do on third and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because third and 1, you just figure snap, throw, first down, right? Easy play.
Open is City's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The previous play is under review.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is now 24. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Return Isabella. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
They're ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, Drake. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
On the carry.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
On second down and 4, Murray looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Murray now on first down. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
9-yard line.
He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it.
That's another Cardinal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now he'll pull it down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
At the Seahawks' 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a gain of 7.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24.
By Jaron Reed.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
24. Cardinals, nothing.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, Murray. This is caught by Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Murray again. This is Drake. And he will maneuver his way down about the 7. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jaron Reed in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
All right, Greg Olsen getting ready to trot out there for another drive. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Here's Carson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Again, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Murray. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
8 coming up. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
And there's Kyler Murray being sacked, and in his first year in the league, surprising to a lot of people, he was the most sacked quarterback, went down 48 times. And when you think about the mobility that he possesses, that really does surprise people because they think they can get out of everything. But so often, those young guys who can move around a lot, they keep plays alive so long that sometimes they actually get trapped. Defenses are going to test him and continue to test him. I think he's got something for them as he continues to move forward.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
at their own 20.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawks offense now getting set to go again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. On the delay, here's Carson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. On the move to his left. He may try and run for this. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That's a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you took off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake, because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll run on first down. It's Drake. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And his throw here is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Good. Makes the score Seahawks 24, Cardinals 6.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
And it's 3rd down.
Wilson steps away. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Wilson sacked.
He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Fair catch made at the 46-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get this. And the ball is knocked down. And the Seahawks have recovered. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake in the ball and knock it free.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hicks brought him down. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Carson, and some room to work. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And
this is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson. Incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. Maybe lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rounding, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
6.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. They're kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Andy Isabella on the return. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd down now. It's Drake, and he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, Murray. Able to find Kirk complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk, 73 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. Got it to make it 27-13. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Wilson. And they got the hook up. This is Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Now Wilson on 1st down. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Past the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And an incomplete pass.
Wilson's pass.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Brings up
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Throwing again here. Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure. Touchdown, Seahawks.
the keeper. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was Russell Wilson finishing things off with a touchdown run.
For Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. On the return, Isabella. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
Make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First down, Murray. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
For Larry Fitzgerald.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A final shot before half from Murray. And that is incomplete. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. On the return, Isabella. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? Shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to figure something out, though, because you cannot let your guy get hit that much, not if you intend to win.
I know they'd like to erase that video in those 4 sacks that they've seen so far. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Drake. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's second and 9. Just a yard on that last run.
And 9 at the 47-yard line.
From the gun, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll run with Drake. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line.
7-yard line.
Now on second and 13. Murray flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out to his left. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So that one will be accepted. Now, to be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. Running for the shotgun with Drake. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw on the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. On third and short, Drake. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. 6 yards there. First down, Arizona. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Now on first down, Drake again. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
A 22-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Cardinals 16.
So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into sixes.
And sevens, and probably even eights. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. they want to close this gap. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and as tough as any receiver in the NFL.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. Third down here. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again. Murray toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jaron Reed. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
19-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Chris Carson.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He'll check that down to Carson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Complete to Chris Carson.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you're going to take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball to the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away and pick it off, but they're able to execute it successfully on that play. But the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal. Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at we'll call it the 37-yard line.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
But it's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Murray hooking up with Kirk for an Arizona first down.
At the 46-yard line.
On first down, Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray's throw on target to Christian Kirk. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Drake. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the exclamation mark at the end was Kenyon Drake's touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. Good coverage downfield, led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Normally we're talking about quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Seahawks.
Greg Olsen was a big-time pickup for the Seattle Seahawks in the offseason. Spent the last 9 seasons with Carolina as an all-pro, Pro Bowl tight end, and did the same thing before that with the Chicago Bears. Now he moves to the Northwest and gives Russell Wilson a big-time target in the middle of the field.
And he's taken down inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
39-yard attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through.
Good.
And that will get the lead up to 14.
37. Cardinals 23.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Cardinals take over.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
29-yard line.
Murray now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Heavy rush, and down he goes. L.J. Collier in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Taking it about the 36. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
That's just what you call a chain mover right there. Nothing fancy. Get the ball out to the back, and you're asking him to make a little bit extra out of maybe what is nothing, and he does exactly that. Picks up the first down. I can't wait till we get to the point, partner, where we're not saying chain mover, but we're saying laser pointer picks it up for the first down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. Corey Peters busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance.
Sacked back at the 31. Chandler Jones drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
When I watch Chandler Jones play for the Arizona Cardinals, I actually get a little bit jealous because he does his job as well as anyone in the league. He's played 64 games for Arizona starting this season, 60 sacks in that time frame. That's just under 1 per game. That type of success rate will not only keep you on the field, but also garner you a lot of honors.
Oh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to cut them 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Touchdown, Cardinals! Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez now to have the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. 1 play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. And right away, he'll look to throw. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
29 yards.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter if he needs to make those. Pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chandler Jones, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decided to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards. Moves him much closer to the goal line now for 3rd down. They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating when we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, Isabella. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Trotting. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Jet sweep. Here's Fitzgerald. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Stop short of the goal line.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
And goal.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Andre Diggs on.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
34-yard line.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. To throw is Wilson. Fighting him off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's a gain of
10 more there and another first down.
Seattle.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where the running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
3rd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They run for it with Carson. He won't go down. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
That's a run. The ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and it could have been trouble.
That's good for a Cardinal.
Defensively well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars he was able to get that one back. Yes, indeed, touchdown Kyler Murray. You remember as a rookie, 4 rushing touchdowns. But he's one of those players who's not just quick, but awfully fast. Had 12 Oklahoma during his Heisman Trophy winning season in 2018. Expect him to expand on using his legs in the future.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have.
The onside kick recovered by Seattle.
They'll run on first down. Carson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Seahawks 47, Cardinals 37.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Complete to Kenyon Drake.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10.
All Adams.
Murray to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Murray.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Cardinals 40.
Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
Wilson wants to throw it. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games. Loves the spotlight. Loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. His throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We have missed on 3 straight. There's going to be some frustration, but now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now Murray. He's got the first down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Flush to it, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tackle made.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Murray with a 3rd and long. They'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown, Seattle. In overtime.
Partner, great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.